My name's Kayla from Planning with Kay, and I create stickers for planners and bullet journals for a living. Every single month, I design a new sticker collection. My patrons over on patreon.com/planningwithkay vote for my new theme every single month. This month, I'm working on this Mediterranean lemon theme sticker collection, and I thought it would be fun to show you guys a little behind the scenes process of the decorative sticker sheet in this collection. So let's jump right into it. I design all of my stickers on my iPad Pro with my Apple Pencil and the app Procreate, so that's exactly what I'm doing here today. I'm starting off by working on some tile elements that are a part of this Mediterranean lemon-inspired theme. At this point, I've already created most of the other sticker sheets in this collection, and I'm finishing it off with some extra decorative elements. So you can see here some tiles that I already created earlier this month, and I'm just selecting some colors from those tiles. This is how I make sure my color scheme is cohesive throughout this entire sticker collection. I also have some square borders on the page, and I'm going to be using my symmetry tool to create some really fun and surprisingly easy tile designs. So I'm using radial symmetry. You could see me choose the specific settings by turning on my drawing guide, editing my drawing guide to be set to radial symmetry. I'm going in with a brush called the Spectra brush. It's in the painting section in your Procreate brushes. I always just use built-in Procreate brushes, and I've really been loving this brush. So now I'm going in and working on some tile designs. I'm not using any references for these since I did design that whole other page of tiles already. I have a pretty good idea of the different shapes that show up in these like Mediterranean, Italian inspired blue and yellow and white tiles. So you can see I am going in with dark blue, white details, little pops of yellow, and these are going to be some standalone decorative stickers. I wasn't sure at this point if I was going to use these as backgrounds for my lemon illustrations that you're going to see me create a little bit later on, but for now, I just knew it would be a good idea to have some more tiles for some decoration, kind of no matter how I ended up using them in the end. So you can really see here how that symmetry tool is duplicating my design. So it makes it so that pretty easily I come up with a tile design that looks very intricate. I'm using just like a variety of different blues in this one, and it honestly is like a very simple process. The symmetry does most of the work. I love this brush I'm using too because of the Apple Pencil's pressure sensitivity. If I push down harder with this brush, the color goes down, more opaque. It goes down thicker. And if I don't push down very hard, it gives just a very soft, light version of that color. And I find that the variation of color and line weight makes the artwork look almost like more realistic, I want to say. Tiles like this are normally hand painted anyways, so I really love just more like hand painted, hand drawn style of this brush. Creating the artwork for my sticker collections every month is definitely my favorite part of being a sticker maker. For me, it's all about the artwork. Stickers are really just a way for me to create art regularly in a way that, feels productive. I love that I can create artwork and then use those stickers in my planner and my bullet journal to help me organize my life. It's a way that I've been able to be creative and create artwork every single month that I feel like goes to good use. Not that artwork has to be useful, but for me, it's very satisfying. I've been creating monthly sticker collections like this every single month for, going on like 6-7 years, something like that. And every single sticker collection I've created is still available to this day in my sticker shop. And I love seeing the journey and progression with my art month by month with each new theme that I create. All right, so I finished 5 more tiles and I'm moving on now to some lemon illustrations. I'm starting first off with a sketch. So I created a separate layer for my sketch. I'm using my HB pencil, which is my favorite sketching brush. And now I am looking at some references I pulled up on the right on Pinterest, I usually have like a Pinterest board for every sticker collection I'm working on. So I have some general photo and illustrative references to look at. I am making sure though to never copy any references directly. You can see I am not looking too closely at those references. I'm not really stopping to study them. I'm not zooming in on them. I'm just using them as general inspiration, especially for the composition of like some of the lemon branches, the lemon trees. Pinterest references give me a general idea, but I'm really trying to stick to, keeping my artwork as original as possible. Something you always have to be careful with when you're an artist, creating artwork that you sell and make money off of if you're using reference. You have to be very responsible about how you use your references, and I'm always very careful about that, to use them as inspiration, but I'm never just trying to copy the reference as I see it. So I'm continuing with those sketches, filling up this entire page. I have standalone lemon fruit, I have lemon blossoms, leaves, some fruit that's cut in half. I have some potted lemon plants at the bottom of the page, a like lemon branch bouquet, all sorts of different lemon illustrations. And I'm just creating the sketches first, so that way when I start going in with color, it's a much smoother process, and I already know kind of how I want to lay everything out. So as far as all of the details go for these illustrations, I feel like in the process of creating the sticker collection, I definitely became a little bit of a master at drawing lemons. Each one is just a nice round oval shape with two little protrusions on either side, almost making it like a football shape. When I was creating these during my live streams this month, I couldn't help but feel like it's almost like the lemon has two little nipples coming off the side. Maybe I shouldn't share that, but it's something I couldn't get out of my head once I noticed it. And then I also have some very simple leaf shapes coming off of my lemons. For the lemon blossoms, I also just stuck to a very simple 5 or 6 leaf flower shape. Those are the main elements that go into these different lemon illustrations. So now I'm starting to go in with color. Now I'm going to fully illustrate and render out this one lemon illustration right here first to show you the different steps. And once I have that one done, I'm going to kind of repeat everything through the rest of the sketches. So I first go in with a base color. This is usually like a mid-tone color. So this is a nice like medium yellow. And I'm making sure to separate all my different components onto different layers. So I have one layer for the background lemon, one for the foreground lemon half. I have my green leaves on a separate layer, and pretty soon you'll see the flower blossom is going to be on its own layer as well. Once I have the base colors laid down, I then go in with shadow and highlight. So usually I'll choose a darker color, like in this case, a darker, more brownish, orangey yellow as a shading color, and then I'm using a pretty bright white highlight. And I'm just going in with that shadow and that highlight color back and forth, starting to make the shadows and highlights more and more intense. And you can see I'm kind of like building that intensity up little by little. And I really enjoy this process of gradually building up the contrast until I'm happy with it. The finishing touch for the lemons is that speckly texture. Every time I went in and put in that white and brown dots on the lemon, I feel like it really made it all come together. I am shading the leaves again by filling them in first with a mid-tone base color, and then choosing a light green as a highlight and a dark green as a shadow. For all of these illustrations too, I'm imagining that there's some light source off to the right, so I'm being pretty consistent about that. I'm not too finicky with my lighting, but in general, you'll see the highlights on the right side of the lemons, and then the shadows on the left side. So I put a little flower in at the bottom, and that is this first lemon illustration finished. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the rest of this sticker sheet, and I'm going to kind of like step by step lay in the different components. So I'm starting off first with all of my branches. These are going to be this dark brown color as the base color. And again, I'm just starting off with all of the base colors. So next I go in and put in all of my lemons. Each one again is just a nice circle or oval shape with two little nipples on either side. That's all I'm going to call them from now on. I'm sorry, I can't unsee it, so I need everybody else to suffer with me and see the lemon nipples. So I put in all of the lemon shapes, all of those yellow shapes on their own layers. I now am doing a layer of green leaves, also putting the flowers in there. And once I have the base colors laid in, I'll then start to go in with the shadows again. For these shadows, I'm just taking advantage again of like the pressure sensitivity that comes with the Spectra brush I'm using. So I can, kind of blend that shadow out without having to change colors or anything, just by pushing down harder or softer with my pencil. So I'm going through all of these illustrations, starting with a lighter shadow color. And then once I have that laid onto all of my lemons, I'm going in with a darker brown to deepen up all of those shadows once again. Now, same thing for the leaves. I'm first putting in highlights on all my leaves with a really bright, light, yellowy green. And then once I have all the highlights, exact same thing. I'm going to go in with the shadow color and put in all of my leaf shading. And finally, I'm going to repeat that for the white lemon blossom flowers. I have the base color on there. I'll go in with a darker shading color and some white highlights, and I will just keep repeating those steps until all of these illustrations are at a point that I'm happy with. There are some practical kind of Procreate tips that I should mention. If you're ever curious about the details of my design process, my sticker design live streams are a really good thing to join in on, because you're able to ask me specific questions and I can do impromptu tutorials and go a little bit deeper. But you might notice how when I'm drawing, everything is staying within the shapes I've already drawn. Nothing is going outside of the lines. That's because I'm utilizing what's called alpha lock. So if you press on one of your layers, there's a setting that you can turn on called alpha lock. And that is what's going to ensure that nothing is going to go outside of the lines you've already drawn on that layer. I also use clipping masks a lot as well. I think for this sheet, I didn't really use any clipping masks because I basically just did all of my coloring on the same layer. But clipping masks is a really good thing to just kind of do some research on if you are looking to up your game when it comes to your digital artwork. Just learning how the different layers work and how you can stack the different layers. It's really a whole world. I could do, an entire series of videos just on these specific little techniques within Procreate. If you are somebody who's curious about, doing digital art, honestly, if you create any sort of artwork and are looking to improve, the key really is just consistency. You have to, practice as much as you can, as consistently as you can, and take advantage of online resources. I'm entirely self-taught with my artwork, and the internet is my best friend. I just kind of learn as I go. And if I run into a specific question or something specific I'm trying to achieve, a quick Google search, a quick YouTube search can usually lead to some sort of tutorial or resource that can help. And just finding ways to watch people create artwork and taking note of their process. It's one reason I love to be so transparent about my design process. I love that I create my sticker designs with my patrons and my YouTube subscribers during live streams so that you guys can see exactly what goes into it and ask questions along the way. If you do have any more specific Procreate questions and would like for me to make, another video about Procreate, definitely let me know in the comments below. You can leave any additional questions you have down below. And just let me know if this is a type of video that you want to see more of. I don't typically do edited videos about my sticker designing, but I'm happy to do it more often if you guys like it. So I'm finishing this sheet off by working on these lemon trees at the bottom. I used the symmetry tool again for some of the coloring and designing of those pots at the bottom of the page. I was really drawing inspiration from like old Mediterranean architecture and design elements, inspired by like old Greek ruins, inspired by old Italy. And I love how I kind of paired this stone, like engraved, carved stone into this collection. It doesn't only show up on this sheet, but on some of the other sheets as well. And I just love that little extra touch, especially with those lemon trees at the bottom. So I've completed all of my illustrations now. So last but not least comes one of the most important parts of sticker making, which is actually arranging the sticker sheets. Designing the stickers is not enough. You then have to kind of curate everything together onto the perfect sticker sheet. I personally love to make sure my sticker sheets have as little empty space as possible. You can see I created those little yellow sparkles. Those are one of my favorite ways to fill in extra space that I have on my sticker sheets. I arranged all of my lemon illustrations on that decorative sheet. I had some extras, which you can see here I'm arranging along with those tile stickers. So this is actually sheet 3 of the monthly kit. Here you're getting kind of a look at some of the other sticker sheets that are a part of this Mediterranean lemon sticker collection. If you want to receive this collection, this is this month's Patreon sticker theme. So you can actually join my $15, $25, or $30 Patreon tier starting today and anytime throughout the rest of this month in June, and you will automatically be sent this Mediterranean lemon sticker collection. I'm posting this video on June 1st, so if you actually join one of those sticker subscription Patreon tiers in the next few days, your stickers are going to ship out this coming week. With the new month, now is the perfect time to join Patreon if you want to receive these stickers before they become available publicly in my sticker shop later in July. So with those designs done, here's a look at the finished stickers. There is something just so incredibly satisfying about seeing your artwork get churned into a physical product. And I physically make all of my stickers in-house. We cut the stickers in-house, we design it, we print it. So getting to see the creation process from start to finish, it just never ceases to satisfy me. Here are all of those decorative stickers used on one page in my journal. I thought I would do a little sticker collage because I was so excited to have this collection finished. So like I said, you can join Patreon anytime in the month of June to receive this sticker collection. I also did create this bonus sheet here with all of these white flowers. This is actually not a part of the Patreon collection, but is available in my sticker shop today, along with this very special bundle. I created this inspired by this lemon collection. So if you are receiving the lemon stickers through Patreon, I created this bundle of stickers that I feel like would match those lemon stickers perfectly. As always, the link to my Patreon and my sticker shop will both be in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video today. I hope you enjoyed getting more of a behind the scenes look into how I design and create my sticker collections every single month. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a like down below. Subscribe to my channel for new videos every single weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.